Well, Sam, you really need to be careful what song you're singing when you're in the shower.
Yeah.
Somebody's listening.
Yeah, it's funny, but it's sad at the same time. Now, we've heard in the last few weeks about the Attorney General of the United States, Eric Holder,
Signing off
on tapping the phone lines of the Associated Press, which is one of the most blue chip Tiffany press organizations left on the face of the earth, not just in the United States.
It's a good thing we aren't very important, or they'd be listening to us too.
Well, here's the thing: they probably are, Gordon. And you've mentioned, that you're involved in some political things and things that have the name Liberty and Tea Party. There is no doubt in my mind that conservatives, people who are involved as Tea Party activists, and the extended circle, if not more than that, are currently being monitored for their banking records, their internet, their phone, their cellular, and the technology is there to do this right now. I mean, we're not breaking any technological footprints. This is in place existing technology. As a matter of fact, just a few months ago, down outside of Salt Lake City, the National Security Agency set up a super screening site, storage site, where they can screen and overlay all the data so they can cross-reference your bank accounts, your phone calls, your credit card charges.
Well, how convenient. How handy would that be?
Yeah, and do you think anyone's asking permission? Do you really think anyone's asking when they'll take a Fox News guy who's one of the most credible people, he's got his credentials at the White House, and they tap his phone? You think they're not going to tap your phone or my phone?
You can't even get a reference on a former tenant without a signature.
Right.
But
or the HIPAA, go to the hospital and try to get
But when
information.
you're the federal government, you just don't need much permission.
No, and it's already been, there was a court case that came out, it's now probably a couple months ago, but somebody was challenging the IRS's, the Internal Revenue Service's, right to invade emails. They may now do so without, this was upheld by the court, without a search warrant. So the IRS, if they're interested in you, can go in and sniff your emails, and they don't have to have your permission, and they don't have to notify. When I say you, I mean me or any of us.
Yes.
If they can go in and profile your emails.
The message here is pretty simple. You better make sure that when you're sending a correspondence, whether you're on your cell phone, if you're singing in the shower, you better be prepared to know that somebody's listening.
No, and I can give people a tip. There is an email service called Unseen, UNSENE.com, unseen.com. You can go and sign up for that, and if I'm already on it. If you're on it, then our emails are encrypted. That's not to say they couldn't be broken down, but it would be way more difficult. Then now they have to put some serious resource. They can't just go and peek in the file.
But if they're interested in doing that, the government has the resources.
Of course they do, but then
it
it becomes more of a priority thing. You can't just generally sniff. Now you're going to have to put a team on it to break it down. They have to be really interested.
I think there's probably a team on you already.
I've been told.
That wouldn't surprise me. Well,
and I'm a nice guy.
That's what all the reports I'm getting are, that you're a nice guy.
All right. So what's to be excited about?
Well, what's to be excited about is the fact that the government is infringing on our rights of privacy.
We have constitutional rights, and I promise the viewers our constitutional rights, and it's really unfair to pin this just on the Obama administration, because the National Defense Authorization Act under Bush and Cheney started the downhill slide there, where basically government can go in and hold U.S. citizens without permission and disappear you if they want to. I mean, it's this whole nexus. Basically, the state owns you.
Yes.
The state owns you, which of course flies in the face of the intention of the founders of the United States and our constitutional rights.
It's been said that a nation that restricts freedom to ensure security will end up having neither.